What's up, guys? It's your boy Aaron, aka Don. Inside the Screen is back. The vibe is back. The show is back, and the interviews are back, and the beautiful people are back. And who's back? AHAD is back. How are you doing, AHAD?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a year, I feel like, since we, had an interview. So, like, what's been bubbling? What's been keeping you hungry, keeping you passionate?
Honestly, man, I wish I could say it was a game or some sort of game, but every single game sucks right now. You know what I mean? Like every single game has dropped the ball in one way or another. The only game I think is like doing something even like a little bit good is like Valorant, because their tournaments are like fantastic. But aside from that, every other game has dropped the ball competitively and casually. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to make my own shit. I've been trying to make my own thing. And what I came up with was creating popular FPS experiences on sandbox platforms. I'm creating like the most popular FPS game modes like through time.
Yep.
Like Quake Instagib or like COD TDM, Halo Griffball, Slayer. It's like along those lines are like the most popular ones. And then we're creating them on sandbox platforms like Roblox or Minecraft. And then what we're going to do is we're throwing events. Think about like being like an FPS YouTuber, an FPS streamer, Call of Duty Pro, whatever it is. And you get to play your game of choice, but you get to play for money on a platform that like everybody like loves and enjoys, which is everybody plays Minecraft. Even now, like whether people want to admit it or not, everybody plays Roblox. Like there are very well developed FPS games on Roblox that run very well, feel very well. They're very fun to play. Honestly, some of them are even better than COD right now. It's sad to say. There's Roblox games that are better than the new Call of Duty. So that's kind of the goal right now. We've been working on this for like 6 months. And honestly, it's pretty sick. And we got some big names already that are interested in that we've actually locked in to play this first event. This first event is probably going to be like towards the end of April. And this first one is Quake Instagib, which is just like one shot kill, railgun, you know what I mean? First to 50, 10-minute timer. We tried to replicate it as close as possible in terms of like, I guess, style, or no, not game style, like game format. But like everything else is very, very freaking good. Like custom 3D like models. We got the audio, like sound effects. We got like all the visuals. You see the laser beam. It's pretty awesome.
I love that. And you already talked about basically what inspired it. And it's basically just like the boredom of like current video games right now. And so I'm excited that you're trying to change it up and do something new. And also, if you say you don't play Roblox, if you never played Roblox, I low-key feel like you lying. Like just like a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like that's
I don't know. I think you're right. Yeah. Roblox has too many concurrent players for everyone to say, I don't play Roblox. I don't play Roblox. You're a liar.
Now, I know this is the first Inside the Screen back, but I just have to cut this segment. Oh, my bad. Untold, a segment where we go down your deepest past on the internet and bring up some old content. Discuss yourself. Elaborate. What the fuck is this? On your Discord, it says Dick on Brick Mode. I just want to know, like, what inspired... Listen, and I'm not bringing it out like, hey, I'm, asking you. I'm putting it out there like, yo, this is kind of low-key genius. It's something that's commonly said, but put it on Discord. Like, take me through that.
I think this is one of those things that I don't really have an explanation. Like my Twitter bio, it says rated #1 in female focus groups. What does that actually mean? All right. But like, I just thought of it one day and I was like, that's my bio now. And it's been my bio for like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And it's just, this Discord message is like just one of those things. I've had it there for like 2 years, 2.5 years. The only thing that I remember about the situation was that it was between Bone on Stone mode and Dig on Brick mode. And I was like,
all I can think in my head is like, yo, AHAD, if you start a apparel line, like apparel product line or some shit, like these taglines have to be like, you know what I mean? Dig on Brick Mode season 1. Season 2 is rated #1 in female focus groups. Like I personally would buy. So if you ever needed, idea out there.
Okay.
The new agent that came out, Gecko. How are we feeling about that? Have you played it against any Geckos? Or you liking it? What?
My honest opinion, Valorant is not meant to be like CSGO. With that being said, I think Gecko definitely fits a theme that Valorant has going. Gecko definitely fits like this is a creative, fun game that we're making. My only gripe with Gecko is the fact that his ultimate ability, which is like a little monster that he controls, and it like fucking goes super fast. And then if it jumps on you, if it hits you, you get detained, which means like you lose your gun, gun and everything. You're just standing there detained. And my issue with this is not the detainment, it is the health of the object. So like what he's sending at you is it's an object, it's an item like that is moving around, and you can shoot it, you can break it. The thing is it has way too much health, and in a game where you have a lot of like small inconsistencies like ghost bullets, you have a lot of inconsistencies of like what it looks like when people peek you. It's very hard for like the average player to be able to like flick and kill someone and then go back to shooting this thing, because it has like 250 health or like 200 health or something, which is like 6 bullets, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but like in the heat of the moment it is, and it ends up being like way too much. Like I gauged it. I did a 24-hour stream, and I was just constantly, that was the one thing I just had in the back of my head. I was like, okay, every single situation I put myself in where I'm going against Gecko ult, how does it feel? You know, what does this situation feel like? And it just feels like majority of the time it is just way too much of a hassle, because sometimes they're not even trying to hit you with it. They're trying to get you to shoot at it and then letting somebody else pick you, where it's like either shoot that guy and then get detained,
you're
or
right,
then you shoot this and that guy kills you. But again, that's my only gripe with Gecko. I think everything else is whatever. Like, you know, his flashbang, you shoot a bullet at it, doesn't flash. His
but
little
when it does
monster,
flash you, that thing's deadly. When it flashes you, holy. You know, every time I talk to you, this is like good energy, this positive energy, this type of energy that's like, you're just like, this is what I'm feeling when I'm talking to you type thing. And I know you've been at this for years, and I just wonder, how do you keep this like mental to just keep pumping, even when like things can be tough, or I don't know, like, or even like when things are high?
I don't know, man. I think I have been at like really high highs. I've also been at like really low lows. In 2020, I was like averaging hundreds of thousands of viewers every single day. There was days where I had like over 10,000 viewers. I think my absolute max peak was like 14,000 viewers. And I go live now, I have like 4 viewers, 5 viewers, 10 viewers. And I've seen like both ends of that. I've experienced, you know, like last year, I experienced, you know, signing with Elgato, experienced getting signed to Native Gaming, super big highs, right? But I've also experienced like talking to, I'm not gonna say which team, but like I've experienced talking to like really big teams that were interested. I'm talking like top interested in signing me, and then like a week later was like ghosted me. So I think I just have like this really weird fucked up understanding of like, I don't even know how to explain it, dude. I just know that I got it like that. You know what I mean? Like I know I got it like that, and if I wanted to like get the viewership back up, obviously I'm not saying like, oh, I'll have 10,000 viewers. That's not what I mean. Like if I wanted to get hundreds of viewers again, bro, it would take like 1 month of consistent grinding. I'd be back. If I wanted to join a team like a top team, I don't even need to, because I joined Native Gaming, and what they're doing is phenomenal. I basically joined a tier 1 team like right before their tier 1. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know previously I was just kind of running off of like pseudo delusion almost, where I was just like kind of just, okay, it's gonna work. It has to work, bro. I've been putting it in. It's gotta work. Now I'm kind of like in this weird, not even weird. I'm just like in this really nice kind of place where obviously I can't get complacent, but I am kind of like in this like comfortable but uncomfortable like operating zone where I'm just like, you know, I'm cooking up these projects and I'm very passionate about them, and I think these are gonna be like, dude, this started out as like a really silly idea. This whole Minecraft like FPS games, super silly idea. I was like, oh, you know, get a few YouTuber or like streamer friends or whatever, do a little event. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. $500 prize pool, blah blah blah. And now it turned into like this huge thing that has insane interest, and I'm talking to like the craziest companies, and it's just like, I have proven to myself that the ideas that I think of are very high caliber. Like I definitely am thinking outside the box. You know, there was this point in time where I was just like, I'll think of something, I'll be like, oh nah, someone's definitely done that already. Like, let me think of something else. Like I'll think of something, and like I might think it's like mediocre, or I might think it's like subpar, but then like I'll run it by someone, they're like, oh bro, wait, this is crazy. How did you even think of this? I don't know. I just like one literally like 8 months ago, I was just sitting there with some homies, and I was like, you know, it'd be cool, maybe FPS games in Minecraft. And then like 8 months later, here we are.
Would you say that like at this point in your life, like you know exactly, and I'm not saying you don't know exactly then, but like now it's like you know exactly like what you want?
No, actually. I don't, because I think like this project is something cool, and it's definitely something that I want to, you know, I'm running with it, and we're making it happen. But there's like a lot of things that I want, and I don't really, I'm still very unsure on like which direction I want to go, because like I've been streaming since 2012. So like being a streamer is something that I love, right? I love streaming. I love interacting with the chat and whatnot. And that's definitely something that I honestly like what I'm going through right now. I know like a lot of different people have come to this like fork on the road where it's like, you know, do I focus on this? Do I focus on stream? Do I focus on being a YouTuber? YouTuber. You know, I've had people reach out and like kind of like try to lecture me on, and I'm not saying that in like a rude way. Like I appreciate people taking their time to like explain things to me, but it's like, you know, I understand like the stipulations and like the pros and cons of like every decision, like whichever decision I end up making. But it's like, you know, do I want to focus on YouTube? Do I want to focus on like the stream grind? But then like, you know, it's like, how do we get the content outflow like more? How do we, you know, do this? And it's just like, I know not what I want. I know the things that I want. I have like a, you know, I have a list of things that I would like, but it's all about just kind of optimizing my time and workflow and kind of prioritizing everything. And one thing I do kind of regret is like neglecting my stream. Not regret, but I just, you know, I know that I could have given it a little bit more love, but it is what it is. Like I'm doing it now, right? Like I kind of stopped playing every other game, back full time on Valorant, and then my side project is kind of like FPS related in general. So yeah, I don't really know what I want, but I know the things that I want. And I think with what I've learned about time management and what I've learned about accomplishing your goals, I think I don't need to focus on one. I think it's very possible that I can achieve all things that I want. And I think if I focus on achieving all of my goals, then it's going to be a really good segue into building this platform, building this foundation where like everyone around me also has like opportunity to do and succeed and everything else.
I love that. But before we end this podcast, is there anything like, I don't know, what else is on your mind? What do you want to put on? Like, what's something you want to put people onto? Or
something I want to put people onto? Actually, here, I'll give you a TikTok clip. When you're trying to grow your brand, like your stream or your TikTok or whatever it is, stop telling yourself that you're too busy, because I know people that are in school, work 2 jobs, and still manage to put out a TikTok or still manage to bust out a 2-hour stream every so often. I think people have the wrong connotation around like streaming. People think like, oh, if I go live, I need to stream for like 6-7 hours. Wrong. The biggest streamers sometimes will stream for like 2 or 3 hours of structured content of like, okay, we're gonna do this for this much time. We're gonna play this game for this much time. I'm gonna chat about this much time. And then they, you know, slowly throughout the week, you can take that 2 or 3 hour block and chop it up into smaller content, allowing yourself like optimize blocks of times that will grow multiple platforms. So if I could put anybody onto anything, is stop telling yourself you're too busy, because what you tell yourself becomes true. If you keep telling yourself you're too busy, you're gonna waste more time and not grind out that one TikTok that you could put out a week, and instead you're putting out 0 and you're filling your time with, oh, I'm telling myself I'm too busy. I'm telling myself I'm too busy.
He was talking to y'all, but he was talking to me too, because I needed that, no cap.
Hey, I you know you need to get back on your shit. I know you're not too busy.
Facts. Damn, man, this is spitting facts. And with that being said, Inside the Screen is officially fucking back, and you know we had to do it correctly and bring the great one back, AHAD back. And I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Appreciate you, bro. This was awesome.
AHAD, and if you want to follow AHAD on socials, it's pretty sure it's AHAD on Twitch, AHAD on Twitter. Same thing for Instagram.
Nah, if anybody at Instagram watches this, if you can get me out of HUD, I will. I got you.
Facts,
all right?
Facts.
But yeah, no, it's HUD on IG and TikTok.
See you guys next time on Inside the Screen.